We're here today, I'm very excited, with the owner of StingerWorx suppressors. This is Craig. One of their very first suppressor videos I ever did on the channel was one of his older suppressors. Now we've got one of his newer ones. We're gonna be shooting on the 300 blackout. We've got some other cool stuff to test. Craig?
Yeah.
So
we got the new hotness out here. So
exactly.
We running this. This is our tie can. This is our heavy use can. And then we also brought the Evo Hunter, which is similar geometry but built to be super lightweight bolt gun can.
Nice.
It can still take a beating, but is really designed for high rate of fire. Low rate of fire. This one you can just hammer.
Which is what we're gonna do today.
Hell yeah.
No ears, as you can see. It's quiet. Here, let's just shoot some into the mountain. It's definitely a low back pressure can too.
Is it not cycling?
Some of them. I've got a very cool video for you guys today. I got to sit down and actually have a range session with the owner of StingerWorx suppressors. And if you haven't heard of StingerWorx, I don't blame you. I hadn't either until about 2 years ago. A friend of mine has one of their older suppressors and I did a video on it. And just recently I got connected with the owner, Craig, and he is the coolest guy ever. And so he brought me out their Evo tie suppressor, which is this right here. And this is a very effective suppressor. As you can see, hub compatible, so I've already hooked it up to the Reardon system because of course I brought out my 300 blackout to test it on because I wanted to see how quiet it could get with subs. Now, the only problem with that is I have this rifle tuned to run a very high back pressure suppressor. Well, StingerWorx suppressors are low back pressure suppressors, which is a really good thing. They have 5.56, 9mm, and 30 cal cans. Of course, I went with the 30 cal in flat dark earth to match my 300 blackout shorty here, and it does look good on this thing. Cool thing is when I ran it with supers, it was still hearing safe, and Craig brought a bunch of other really cool stuff to shoot that day. But I mean, check out the flat dark earth, just beautifulness. This thing goes really well on here. As you can see, it's got a modular end cap as well, and he's got a really cool system for attaching brakes and flash hiders for shooting under nods. It's just a really cool system, and he's offering a fantastic deal right now through December 15th. If you get one of his suppressors, $200 off, and so it makes more sense to buy it now than to wait until January 1st. So as you can see there, a couple times it didn't cycle. It shows me how low back pressure this suppressor is, which is what everybody wants these days. So I think that that's pretty cool, especially because without ears, no ringing whatsoever. Is there anything you want to tell us about this specific can? I mean, you kind of did already.
Universally, one of the cool things that we did when we went back to the drawing board on this is we made it so that we can do modular end devices also. So like end caps, we have a titanium suppressor brake that's actually indexable, not just a radial brake.
Right.
Then we have a flash hider, which we tested with a specific Navy facility that tests all of the SOCOM stuff, and it actually knocks down 75% of the remaining flash after coming out of the suppressor. So going from a flat end cap configuration like this to the flash hider configuration knocks down another 75% of flash.
Which that is huge because, as you guys know, I like shooting under night vision. Sure. And the less flash, the better. Suppressors are not just for noise signature reduction, but also for flash reduction.
For sure.
He does not believe in hearing protection, and his suppressors are the reason why. So I put some supersonic ammo in this. That was a sub. The rest of these are supers. We're gonna see how that sounds. First, just into the mountain, so you don't hear the steel dinging. For supers, that is pretty sweet. Oh my gosh. That's the best sounding supers I think I've ever heard. As you can see, we didn't use hearing protection the entire range session, whether shooting subs or supers. But you know what kind of protection you do need? You need online protection against scammers and spammers. And that's where this video sponsor comes in, which is, of course, Aura. You guys already know. Aura's been sponsoring the channel for almost 2 years now. And there's a good reason for that. For one, I appreciate a company that sponsors Second Amendment content. To me, that already is a big thumbs up in my book. But also because of what they offer. Ever since I've been using Aura, I don't get spam calls and I don't get scam calls, any of that stuff anymore, which is really sweet. But they offer a lot more than just that. And you can try it out for free for 2 weeks, 14 days, if you use my link, aura.com/sawtoothtactical. Within that first 2 weeks, those free 2 weeks, they will go online and they will scrub all of your information and data off of the internet, off of the dark web, so that data brokers who are selling your information and making billions of dollars a year, well, they don't have your information to sell anymore, because once they get a professional opt-out request from Aura, they have to comply with those legally, and then they have none of your information to sell anymore. It takes you off of all those lists. You stop getting spam calls, spam emails, you stop getting scam calls. To me, that is well worth the $12 a month that Aura costs after that, but you get a whole lot more than that anyway. You get a VPN, you get antivirus software, you get a password manager, you get help 24/7 if there is some kind of fraud event, a $5 million identity theft insurance policy, all of this. But just try it out for 2 weeks for free and see if it's worth it to you or not at aura.com/sawtoothtactical. All right, so we got a few more supers in here, then subs. And I did bring a couple of different kinds of subs, so we'll see if the other ones cycle or not. But I do love, there is no gas to the face whatsoever, even with supers. I mean, I am honestly very impressed. So, kind of hard to see that one in the dark now. There's the subs. There, into the mountain. I mean, that is freaking quiet. Yeah, cycled those ones. Didn't log back.
Yeah, I went into the Navy with the intent of going into the SEAL teams in '95. And then wrecked a motorcycle, broke my back right at the end of training. So I was 3 weeks from graduation, broke my back, did all the not fun stuff and missed out on all the fun stuff. Came out, went back to school for mechanical engineering, and then after I got my bachelor's degree, I went to got a NASA internship for my master's degree, and went through that, did that for 5 years, and then came back into town. I wanted to go back and work with the community, the spec war community, and so that was always my goal when I went back to school. So the best way to do that was get involved in a company that was, you know, making this type of stuff. So that's what I've been doing for the last 8 years. Getting closer and closer to, you know, landing one of those those Gucci
government
SOCOM contracts.
Nice. Well, I mean, I'm very impressed with your suppressors so far, and I've used a lot of suppressors. Extremely quiet. The fact that especially shooting supers with no ears, like, didn't even get any ringing.
Like I said, I don't believe in hearing protection. Hearing protection should thread onto your gun, not go over your ears.
I love that. Exactly. I totally agree. I think that right now, so if you don't own a suppressor, this is the time to get one. And I know we're getting free tax stamps starting January 1st, but I believe these guys are going to offer $200 off of their suppressors if you buy before then. So you can get the same deal now, but get your suppressor sooner and not end up in a long line at the beginning of January. I mean, my first suppressor, I waited over 11 months to get the approval on it. And then it wasn't even a very good suppressor. And that was a disappointing thing to wait for. Right now, we're getting approvals in a matter of days rather than months. And so, as you guys already know, I am a big fan of getting it now. That's what I believe in.
Sure. Yeah, what we're doing right now is we're going to offer either to dealers or to customers, depending on how you buy them, $200 back as long as it's ordered by December 15th. If we wait till beyond December 15th, you're probably not going to be able to get, get it delivered to your dealer and get the form submitted in time
by January 1st.
By January 1st. So really the whole goal is I think anybody you ask is going to say, yeah, January 4th is too late. You're already 6 months out because I think so. Everybody's going to hit it hard.
I think if you're not 12/01 January 1st, you're going to be waiting.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, I mean, we'll see what happens, but the ATF is not our friend. They don't care how quickly you get your suppressor. And right now we are in the best time ever to get suppressors.
Yep.
I'm literally paying for 3 tax stamps this week, this close to January 1st. Because to me, the $200 is worth not waiting. And one of them is the one we were just shooting on that 300 blackout.
Yep.
I mean, suppressors just make shooting much more enjoyable.
It's better all the way around.
Yeah, it really is.
Higher muzzle velocity, more accurate, easier to communicate, less drama when you pull the trigger.
Yeah.
So
and it just feels more casual than like earring up and everything. It's just nice.
Yeah.
Like in a lot of ways.
And if you're running guns like this, if you're doing hunting and stuff like that, nobody's gonna like, oh, I got a shot. Like, hold on, let me put my ears on.
Exactly. And when you got to take the shot, you don't want to have to take the time to put ears on.
Exactly.
So, I mean, I think that's very important.
What we got here is we've got the Evo Tie, which is our hard use can. This is a hard use can, and it's one of our absolute heaviest cans, but you can feel it. It's not
heaviest
heavy.
cans, that's a relative term.
Yeah,
this is a light suppressor.
I think it's in the 12s. 12 ounces.
I mean, that's much lighter than the one I took off my 300 blackout before we started shooting this today.
For sure.
And check out the Cerakote. I mean,
3D printed titanium. It's set up so that all the baffles are supported on both ends. So that thing can just take an absolute pounding and stands up to all of it.
Nice.
So that's our Evo Tie line. Those come in 5.56 and in 308 and 9mm. Nice. Then we've got the Evo Hub, or the Evo Hunter line, which is this guy here, and this thing is not indexed correctly, but which is tie and aluminum, so it allows you to have the same type of solid geometry, but in a much lighter package. So this guy comes in the low 9s for that guy there. So that's tie and aluminum. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Things like stupid light.
Yeah.
And so these the Hunter cans, they come in 30 cal and 6.5
nice.
For like your 6.5 Creedmoor, that sort of thing. I've shot this 30 cal all the way up to 300 Weatherby and 300 Win Mag, so it'll last through any of that kind of stuff.
Nice.
These also come in burnt bronze and also the FDE, Sigdar gray color, so kind of a gray green.
Yeah, right on.
And then we've got our Venom line, which is Venom. There's a 300 Venom and a 338 Venom. Cool. And those are set up for large 30 cal and 338 rounds. It gives you the ability to kind of manage those larger gas volumes.
Yep.
Gives you a little better recoil mitigation and suppression.
Right on.
So
very cool.
That's our line now. We've got a 5.56K and a short 9mm, and then our 22 can are all in the pipeline coming out real soon.
I mean, those are the most popular suppressors, so
for sure.
That is sweet. And I don't know if you guys noticed when he was threading this off, left-hand threads, which actually sounds like a simple thing, but that's actually very important. How many of you have gone to unthread a suppressor from your gun and the suppressor comes off the mount or the muzzle device comes off your barrel? Well, with left-hand threads, that can't happen because the direction you're turning to take the suppressor off is the opposite direction that would take anything else off. So there is a good reason for that, and I think that is very cool. Now, these are hub compatible, so you can use whatever your favorite system is. Like I like Reardon a lot, I like Silencer Co. ASR, but he's also got his own system, which is the one with the left-hand threads. So if you're not married to a system yet, I think that the left-hand thread system that he designs and manufactures is probably a really good way to go. So I gotta say, I am pretty dang impressed with these suppressors. There is no substitute for volume when it comes to actual suppression. And this thing is big enough to be extremely effective, but it's light enough that I don't notice it on the end of the gun, which is really nice. So we got more subs here. Let's see how it goes.
Gas system.
Yeah. It's definitely tuned for more of a high back pressure suppressor. Man, this thing is quiet. That seems to be running now.
Yeah, it's
Nice.
on. It's on.
Yeah, I can see that. Now you're gonna make me look bad.
I've shot a lot with this rifle. So.
Right on. So we've been shooting their Evo tie on the 300 Blackout. This is the Evo Hunter, which, as he was saying earlier, is the very, very lightweight one with their brake on the end. We're at about 120 yards. I haven't shot this rifle before, so we'll see how it goes.
Here come the
Was there one chambered already? Or?
No, cycle. Very light trigger on that.
Yeah. That is nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
The
have
gun
to build
makes
me one of
everybody look
these.
good.
So this one we've got here is the 338 Venom on a 338 Lapua, a ridiculously lightweight bolt action rifle. We're gonna see how I can handle it. I missed it.
Pressed. I mean,
There we go.
there you go.
Oh, and there goes the target.
Killed it.
Oh my God, that's freaking nice. I like those subsonic rounds.
Like a 22.
That's crazy.
Yeah. You gotta
That's
lob them
really
in.
cool.
You gotta lob them in. They're a pretty low muzzle velocity.
Right?
Yeah,
I
you
was
gotta
still
weigh
aiming
in.
low on that.
Yeah,
Just
it's like a
fine.
mortar.
Yeah,
At 400 yards, you gotta be like you're a huge amount of
I
holdover.
bet. That's freaking nice to shoot that.
Oh man, yeah.
That's really nice.
And it's a 300 grain bullet.
right?
Like when it hits,
So
it's
there's
still,
still-
like, oh
yeah.
yeah, still a lot of energy.
Yeah, ton of energy because
Yeah.
of just all the weight.
Right.
So this Evo tie suppressor right here comes in this very nice case. And this is one of the cool things about this. It is a very premium product. So, I mean, this is like the kind of case you could take on an airplane if you need to. But the suppressor goes here. You've got space for all of your other accessories, brakes, you know, hub mounts, all of this stuff. I mean, even comes with anti-seize, lube, literally everything. I mean, I've bought a lot of suppressors, and I don't think any of them have ever come in packaging quite like this. I've got tons more shooting footage, but I don't want this video to get too long. The point is, we didn't put on hearing protection once out at the range. We were shooting supersonic and subsonic ammo, 300 Blackout, 6.5 Creedmoor, 338 Lapua. Had a great time. I've got a bunch more footage of the 300 Blackout not running because I brought out a few different kinds of ammo. I realized one of the kinds of ammo is just kind of underpowered, especially with a low back pressure suppressor. But the point is that this thing was quiet even with supers. And the point is also that Craig, who owns StingerWorx, is a very cool guy. And I think that he just deserves, you know, for his company to blow up. He's doing really cool things. He's a mechanical engineer that worked at NASA, that went through the SEAL team training. The guy he knows his stuff, and he makes really good products, super solid, hard use products, super light hunting products, and they're all extremely quiet and modular. He's got his own QD system with left-hand threads, or you can use whatever system you like I've got Reardon on here right now. Just all around Really cool stuff and a really great guy running the company. And so I want to bring attention to it on my channel and to the fact that if you do buy one of his suppressors before December 15th, you do get $200 off. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give me a like. Make sure you subscribe to Sawtooth Tactical. Let me know what you think about StingerWorx, about Craig, about his StingerWorx truck, and especially if you've used any of his suppressors, let me know what your experience has been. And from Sawtooth Tactical, stay strapped or get clapped.